gotta fight to win. Fight to win. Fight to win. I'ma say it again. You gotta fight to win. Fight to win. It ain't over till it's over. It's about to begin. I'm so dedicated.
Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Good morning to another day. A day we have never seen, and a day that we will never see again. And you know what? For that, I am forever grateful. I am forever thankful. And thank you. Thank you for joining in and tuning to Endie Fiya's Monday's Motivation. This is your man Causso, the My Struggle is My Strength motivational speaker. I hope that everyone is doing well. I hope that everyone is still safe and adjusting to this this new way of living, this new norm. I hope everybody is finding their place. Before we get started, I'd like to thank Endie Fiya for giving me the opportunity to speak and to share. I want you guys to tune in to her show at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays for music, entertainment, news, and daily inspiration for everyone. You know what? You can tell a friend to tell a friend and go to Blog Talk Radio /Endie Fiya. That's ENDIE. Fiya is FIYA. And tell her that Causso sent you. All right. Well, this morning, guys, I would like to speak from you from the subject of stuck in the trap house. Stuck in the trap house. And that's how some of you may be feeling right now. You know, have you ever felt like, you know, you were trapped? Have you ever felt like you were stuck? Have you felt like you were like stuck between two things, between 2 points, between two, destinations, between here and there? You know, like how life was once normal. You were working, the kids were in school, and you couldn't wait until payday. Then, all of a sudden COVID-19 hits, and it literally just changes and disrupts every single thing, right? Like people started panicking, anxiety went up high, and people were racing to the stores, stockpiling on everything, stockpiling on stuff that they thought that they need, and mostly, it was mostly tissue paper. Can't find that nowhere in the store right now. And now we're all practicing social distancing and self-quarantining ourselves and feeling stuck, trapped in the house. But don't trip though. You ain't stuck. You're trapped in transition, guys. You're trapped in transition. Now there's a contrast between change and transition. Change is this external force. It's like this constant variable that's forever expediting, metamorphosizing our lives with such acceleration and intensity that by the time you realize just what happened, you don't have time to make the necessary adjustments. Can I get an amen? Amen, brother. You see, change is indicative to transition. I think it was William Bridges. that wrote a book called Transitions. And he said in his book, it's not the change, but it's the transition that gets you. And I think the hardest thing to do, the hardest thing to manage, the most challenging thing to do, but it's also the most rewarding, is the ability to shift gears during a transition. I discovered that, there are several people, and maybe you even know some people that have the hardest time not being able to go from one thing and then shift gears into the next phase. Not because they didn't have the ability or because they didn't know how to, but because they refused to shift from what was, like shift from the past, shift from what was once beneficial to it no longer being beneficial. Let me tell you, my brothers and my sisters, don't look back. Don't look back to what was. Don't look back to how it used to be. Don't look back to the days of calling your cousin to get $100 worth of food stamps for $40. No, my brothers and my sisters. We cannot look back. Those days are over and done with. You feel me? It's a wrap. Those days are gone. Our brother Paul, he urges us to forget the former things and not dwell on what was, and to move forward. What was cannot sustain you for what's coming next. It was our cousin Isaiah. Isaiah stated so eloquently. He says that I am doing a new thing. Do you not see it? Do you guys not see this new transition, this new thing that's going on that we are in right now? I think you would be a much better person and a much stronger person if you paid more attention to the many transitions that occur in our lives. You must understand that where there is transition, there is distraction. Let me say that again for some of those that weren't listening. Where there is transition, the potential for distraction increases. The best way that I can, the best example I can give is, let's just say whenever a money truck or a truck that carries money, I don't know the name of the different companies, but a truck that carries money that's running around, doing its routes, making its runs, picking up and dropping off money, whatever the case may be, the man or woman that is transitioning the money from the truck to inside the building, going from one safe environment to the other environment, becomes more vulnerable for something to happen or for someone to take advantage of him or her for the opportunity when he or she is in transition. When he or she is in transition, the opportunity to cause harm, it rises. So what do we do? What we do is, I think it is imperative for us to open our eyes and to pay attention to what's really happening. We must open our eyes and examine what's happening right before our eyes. We have never experienced or seen changes like this, in our lifetime. COVID-19 has came in and it has stamped its moment in history. We have to pay attention to the current moment and discover what its meaning is. Are you going to see this event as the end? Are you going to see this and use this moment as an opportunity to grow? The best thing for you to do is recognize the moment. The time that you have off is the greatest time for opportunity and growth. This is the best time for you to redirect your energy and evaluate your life and assess your priorities. What do you want your life to look like after all of this is over with? What have you learned? What knowledge have you obtained that has made you, a better individual? I think those are some of the questions that you want to be able to ask yourself and to answer when all of this is over with. So let's recap. We must, number one, recognize that we're all in a transition. The best way to handle a transition is to shift gears. We shift gears by letting go of the past. What served us in the past does not serve us anymore. Number two, we must become aware of the potential distractions, because where there is distractions, become aware of the distraction, because where there is transition, there is distraction. And number 3, we must understand that this is the greatest opportunity for growth in 2020. Right now, what we're dealing with, this is the greatest time and opportunity for you to grow and for you to learn. We can grow by redirecting our energy and assessing our lives, assessing our priorities. This your man, Causso. I want everybody to have a great day, a great Monday. This is the beginning of the week. Hope you guys are taking advantage and using some of the tools and applying those tools that I laid out for you so eloquently in this Motivational Monday. It's your man, Causso. You can follow me on IG at ms_is_ms. Amen. Amen, brother. On the next episode, we will be discussing advancing through adversities. You know, I'm super excited. I'm looking forward to next week. I want you guys to stay safe. Have a great week. And remember that change starts with you.